Last summer, a healthy 1-year-old dog died just hours after showing what seemed like harmless symptoms. His owner thought he was simply tired, but heat stroke had already begun, and by the time she realized something was wrong, it was too late. That dog's name was Theo. He was a French bulldog, full of energy, full of life, and gone in less than a day. His owner later said, "He was just lying in the shade. I thought he needed rest." That moment, that single missed window, is exactly why I made this video. Because the signs were there. They always are. They just don't look the way most people expect. And that's exactly why every dog owner needs to know the warning signs that appear before the emergency. Not after, before. Hit subscribe right now, because what comes next in this video could literally save your dog's life this summer. But about 20 minutes in, he started slowing down. Sarah thought, "He's just not feeling it today." Duke found a patch of grass and lay down. Sarah smiled. "He's being lazy," she thought. She gave him a minute, then tugged the leash gently. Duke got up, walked another block, lay down again. By the time they got home, his tongue was hanging further than she'd ever seen. His breathing was loud, heavy. She gave him water. He drank a little, then he vomited. And that's when Sarah's stomach dropped. She rushed Duke to the emergency vet. His body temperature was 105.8 degrees. The vet told her, "Another 30 minutes and we would have been in a very different conversation." Duke survived, but barely. And the part that haunted Sarah the most? Every single sign had been there. She just didn't know what she was looking at. That's what this video is going to change for you today. 7 signs, one by one. Starting with the one almost every owner dismisses. Most owners think, "He's just tired today." And that thought is dangerous, because a dog that suddenly loses energy during a walk, especially in heat, is not being lazy. He is telling you something. Dogs don't take breaks because they're bored. They take breaks because their body is telling them to stop. That behavioral shift, the lying down, the disinterest, the pulling towards shade, is your dog's first attempt to regulate his own temperature. He is doing everything he can to protect himself. Your job is to listen. What to do? If your dog lies down mid-walk and seems reluctant to continue, don't push it. Find shade, offer water, head home. That moment of inconvenience could be the decision that saves his life. But here's what most owners don't know. There's a difference between panting to cool down and panting because cooling down isn't working. Normal panting after exercise is rhythmic. It slows within a few minutes of rest. Dangerous panting is different. It's louder. It's faster. It doesn't slow down even when your dog is lying still in the shade. The tongue stretches further than you're used to seeing. The mouth opens wider. You can hear the effort in every breath. One owner described it like this: "It sounded like he was working really hard to breathe. Like each breath was a struggle, not a relief." That's the difference. Normal panting. Your dog is working to cool down, and it's working. Dangerous panting. Your dog is working to cool down, and it's not working. What to watch for? Panting that continues for more than 10 minutes after rest in a cool or shaded area. Breathing that sounds labored, wet, or unusually loud. If the panting doesn't slow down, your dog needs immediate cooling and possibly a vet. Blood is rushing to the surface trying to release heat. This is a clear signal that your dog is overheating. Purple, blue, or grayish. Emergency. Oxygen is not circulating properly. This is a life-threatening situation. Go to the vet immediately. Don't wait. Most owners have never checked their dog's gum color in a normal moment. which means they have no baseline for comparison. Here's what I want you to do today, after this video. Go to your dog, lift his lip gently, look at the gums, that pink color, memorize it. Because the day you see something different, you'll know exactly what it means. She just stared at the wall. This is the sign that most people rationalize away, because it doesn't look like a medical symptom. It looks like a mood. But here's what's actually happening inside your dog's body at this stage. The brain is being affected by heat. When a dog's core temperature rises above 104 degrees, neurological function begins to change. The dog becomes confused, disoriented, withdrawn. He may stop responding to his name. He may walk in slow, uncertain steps, almost like he's drunk. He may seek a corner, a closet, a space under the bed, somewhere dark and alone. He may look at you without recognition. One owner wrote, "My Shih Tzu just sat in the corner and stared. I thought she was upset with me. I had no idea she was dying." That story broke my heart, because that owner did nothing wrong except not knowing what she was looking at. This is the sign you cannot afford to miss. If your dog suddenly becomes withdrawn, unresponsive, confused, or disconnected from his surroundings, especially after being in heat, treat it as an emergency. Don't wait for vomiting. Don't wait for collapse. Act when you see the behavior change. That is your window. Maybe he drools after a run. Maybe he's just a naturally drooly breed. But this is different. During the early stages of overheating, many dogs begin producing excessive saliva, and it looks different from normal drool. It's thicker, stickier, sometimes foamy. It coats the corners of the mouth. It stretches when the dog moves his head. What's happening is this. The body is trying to cool itself through the mouth, and the salivary glands are working overtime. But as dehydration sets in, the saliva becomes more concentrated, more viscous, because there isn't enough water in the body to keep it thin. One owner described it perfectly. The drool was almost like egg whites, stringy and thick. That's when I knew something was really wrong. If you see that change in texture, especially combined with any of the previous signs, your dog needs water and cooling immediately. What to watch for? Saliva that is unusually thick, foamy, or stringy. Drool that appears even when your dog isn't eating, excited, or exercising. This sign is easy to miss if you're not paying close attention, but now you know what to look for. Sign number 6, the mistakes that put dogs in danger. Before we get to sign number 7, I need to pause, because this section isn't about a symptom, it's about a habit. A very common, very dangerous habit that thousands of dog owners repeat every single summer without realizing the risk. Walking at the wrong time. Most people walk their dogs in the morning or in the early evening. That sounds responsible, and in cooler months, it is. But in summer, especially in warmer climates, even 8 a.m. can be dangerous. The pavement absorbs heat all day and releases it slowly. By morning, it can still be radiating warmth from the day before, and by mid-morning, it's already climbing fast. Here is the test that went viral, and for good reason. Place the back of your hand flat on the pavement. Hold it there for 7 seconds. If you pull your hand away before those 7 seconds are up, if it's too hot for your skin, then it is too hot for your dog's paws. Your dog's paws are in direct contact with that surface the entire walk. Paw pads can burn, and hot pavement radiates additional heat upward, raising the temperature your dog's body has to fight against. But pavement isn't the only danger. Parked cars are one of the leading causes of heat stroke death in dogs. On a 90-degree day, the interior of a parked car can reach 130 degrees in under 20 minutes. Cracking a window does almost nothing. There is no errand short enough to justify leaving your dog in a parked car in summer. Not 5 minutes, not 2 minutes, not even one. And the third mistake, pushing a tired dog to keep walking. When your dog lies down mid-walk, as we talked about in sign number 1, the instinct for many owners is to encourage them. Come on, buddy, just a little further. Please don't. When a dog lies down from heat, he is not being stubborn. He is not being dramatic. He is telling you he has reached his limit. Listen to him. Brachycephalic breeds, dogs with flat faces, are at the highest risk. This includes pugs, bulldogs, French bulldogs, boxers, Shih Tzus, Boston Terriers, Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. These breeds were born with narrowed airways. Breathing is already harder for them than it is for other dogs. In heat, that difficulty compounds rapidly. They can go from panting to crisis faster than any other type of dog. If you have one of these breeds, the margin for error is smaller. The window to act is shorter, and the precautions need to be greater. Beyond breed, watch for these individual risk factors. Dogs over the age of 7. Their ability to regulate temperature declines with age, just like it does in humans. Overweight dogs. Excess body fat acts as insulation, trapping heat inside the body. Dogs with thick double coats, like huskies, chow chows, or golden retrievers. That coat protects in winter, but in summer, it holds heat in. Dogs that are out of shape or rarely exercised. Their cardiovascular systems aren't conditioned for exertion in heat. Dogs on certain medications, particularly some heart and blood pressure drugs, that can impair the body's natural cooling response. If your dog falls into any of these categories, shorten walks, avoid peak heat entirely, and always have water available. Not just at home, but during the walk itself. A collapsible bowl and a water bottle weigh almost nothing. They could mean everything. So here's what prevention actually looks like. In simple, practical terms. Walk before 7 a.m. or after 7 p.m. The pavement is coolest at these hours. The air temperature is lower. Your dog's body has the best chance of staying regulated. Always bring water. Not just on long walks. On any walk in summer. Offer it every 10 to 15 minutes. Don't wait for your dog to seem thirsty. Know your dog's limit. A young Labrador and a 7-year-old pug do not have the same limit. A conditioned athletic dog and an overweight rescue do not have the same limit. Learn your dog's specific threshold and respect it. Provide constant access to shade and fresh water at home. If your dog spends any time outside, there must always be a shaded area and a bowl of cool, not cold, water available. Never leave your dog in a parked car. We covered this. It bears repeating. Watch for the signs during the walk, not after. By the time you're home, the damage may already be done. Check in on your dog during the walk. Look at his pace, his tongue, his energy. Ask yourself, does this look like my dog? If the answer is no, turn around. Think about Duke for a moment, the boxer from Phoenix who nearly died on a July morning. He survived. But Sarah, his owner, told me something I haven't been able to forget. The hardest part wasn't the emergency room. It was realizing that I had looked at him, looked right at him, and not seen what he was trying to tell me. That's the weight that every dog owner carries after a close call. Not guilt exactly, but something heavier than that. The knowledge that your dog communicated in every way he knew how, and the only thing missing was someone who knew how to listen. Your dog cannot say, "I'm too hot." He cannot say, "Please stop, I need water." He cannot say, "Something is wrong." All he can do is slow down, seek shade, pant a little harder, act a little strange, and hope that the person on the other end of the leash is paying attention. You watched this entire video today. That already makes you that person. Before you go, drop a comment right now with the name and breed of your dog. Tell me, had you heard of the 7-second pavement test before today? That comment takes 5 seconds. And reading through the answers from other dog owners in this community, that's where some of the best information in this channel lives. If this video helped you, give it a like. It tells me to keep making content like this, and it helps other dog owners find this video before they need it. And one last thing. Think of one person right now, a neighbor, a friend, a family member who has a dog. Send them this video today, not because something bad is going to happen, but because now you know something they don't yet. And that knowledge, passed from one owner to another, is exactly how we keep more dogs safe this summer. Now go give your dog some water, and maybe a little extra love. He deserves both.